Justin Williams here, and last time we were talking about arpeggios, and we started out very simply. I explained the idea behind an arpeggio, what it is. We started with a simple example, which was straight out of a B minor chord, and then in the next lesson we expanded upon it a little bit. And in this particular video we're going to get real fancy with it, and we're going to build off of a B, but it's going to be a B minor 7th, and it's going to go to G minor 7th. And this arpeggio has a very unusual sound, and it doesn't sound like your typical arpeggio. It's very moody, to say the least. And I'm going to play it for you first, and then you can decide if you even want to mess with learning it. But if you do, the tabs are always at guitarticles.blogspot.com, and in any ways I will show you note for note how to play this arpeggio in this video. So let's go in for a closer look. Okay, so I used all alternate picking for that, and you're going to start with your middle finger on the 7th fret of your low E, which is your B, first note, then the 9th fret on the A string, which is your second note, then 7th fret on the D string, middle finger, index finger on the 6th fret of the G string, and then middle finger on the 7th fret of the B, then 9th fret with the pinky finger on the G string, the middle finger on the 7th fret of the B string, then index finger on the 5th fret of the high E, then pinky on the 9th fret of the high E, then back to the 5th fret, middle finger on the 7th fret of the B, pinky on the 9th fret of the G, middle finger on the 7th fret of the G, index finger on the 6th fret, middle finger on the 7th fret of the D string, pinky on the 9th fret of the A string, middle finger on the 7th fret of the E string. So that completes that. Okay, so this is out of G, and so it's the 3rd fret on the low E string, the middle finger. Similar fingering, pinky on the 5th fret of the A string, middle finger on the 3rd fret of the D string, index finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, and then middle finger on the 3rd fret of the G string. And then I slide up with my middle finger to the 5th fret of the G string, and then bend it a whole step so it would go up to the 7th fret. Put a lot of vibrato into it. Come down with the index finger to the 3rd fret of the G string and do a hammer-on pull-off combination between the 3rd and 5th frets on the G string. And then come down to the 5th fret on the D string, pick that, and then you end on the 3rd fret of the G string. So, okay, next part. So next part goes right back to that B minor 7th. But when you get to the 9th fret with the pinky, you slide up to the 12th fret. You're on your high E, 9th fret on the high E. You now slide up to the 12th fret on the high E. Then come down with your middle finger on the 10th fret of the high E. Pick that, then pick the 9th fret of the high E. And it's a hammer-on pull-off combination between 9th and 10th frets. Oops. So after you pick that, then you come to the 9th fret of the B string. So, and then you come down here, and you end up on the 6th fret with your index finger on the high E, 8th fret on the B string with your ring finger, middle finger on the 7th fret of the G string, then you end with the ring finger on the 8th fret of the D string, and then I slide up to the 11th fret, and it's like a chord, so I play the open A with that as well. So, and that concludes it.